Yes offers. More fun, more clients, and predictable profits is what we're talking about today. In my Magnetic Sales Academy, and I check a lot of content, and I always see a common factor within the content that I'm creating, and it's rather they're talking about business way too much, or they're not talking about business at all, and they're just creating content with no intent of what the content that they're putting out is to do, whether it's that's to build connection, awareness, documenting the journey with what they're doing, what the programs help them to do. So what I find is a common factor in it's rather all or nothing. Drop a number one if you're someone that puts out too much content about business, and drop a 2 if you're someone that doesn't talk about your offers enough. Welcome to Hell Yes Offers, where you're going to create and talk about your offers and have more fun, generate more clients, and make more predictable offers. There's no right or wrong answer. It's basically what I'm wanting you to do is reflect on your content. And this is what I do as well. I think you can get into a zone of doing something, and you should always be testing, and you should always be reflecting. And I do that on my content. So I always look, right, I'm a balancing things out. Am I talking too much about this? Am I talking too much about that? So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to create some kind of awareness so you can go and be aware of what your content is doing. A client, and she's in my 6-figure audience, and she said, I have an idea for an offer. How can I effectively launch this to make sure that I have more bums on seats? This client of mine, they were previously in a similar spot to where you might find yourself right now, wondering how to captivate their audience and create a buzz around their offer. But before we dive into the good stuff, let's address the elephant in the room, because this is a no bullshit. Give it to you real and raw. There's no smokes and mirrors. What do you know? I'm honest and I'm direct, and I don't mind addressing elephants in the room. So we've all been down that rabbit hole of quick fixes, of flashy tactics, and the side hustles that promise you the world. The 7-second clickbait videos talking about hustle that people are, not doing themselves. So go to this and earn this and this and this, but for the best, this is, hit this. Billboards that scream, buy me, I'm the best thing since sliced bread, and stuck in the land of the broken lazy. And what I mean by that is that content saying this is for the broken lazy, and then you're attracting all the broken lazy. I'm facing, I can't afford objections on the daily. Now, I was guilty myself of doing some of this too back in the day, and that's why I openly talk about it, because a lot of the time I take the piss out of myself. And I feel like when I take the piss out of myself, it's creating awareness that, where I've been in my journey. I didn't just jump into this journey and I was great at running a business and sales. So I always like to take the piss out of myself. I have some of this back in the day, and I was naive, and like most, I just didn't know what I didn't know. And a bit like me, you also thought that this is what marketing is all about, because that's what I did. Like, even though I run an offline business, very profitable, when I was introduced to marketing, I wasn't really introduced to it as, oh, you've got to learn some skills. I was introduced to it that I'm going to earn all this money by working 2-hour days, and they buy, and oh my god, I've got a 10k month. That's literally how I was sold on it. So, and I like to think that I have got like a bit of a business head on my shoulders, seeing as I have my clinic. So what I mean is, we don't know what we don't know. Like, no one mentioned skills. I didn't know that I was actually coming in to learn marketing skills. Which sounds absolutely crazy now. Like, if this lady had said to me, so you're going to learn these skills, and these are the skills that you're going to learn within this program, yada yada yada, I'd be like, right, okay, I don't know what we're doing. So yeah, so a bit like me, you were told, you weren't told anything about learning skills and creating something long-term for yourself. People see, people watch, and if you're jumping from pillar to post going, this is brilliant, now this is brilliant, that don't work, people see that. So, and that's why it's all about creating a brand around yourself, and documenting your journey. So this is why I always encourage my clients to tap into what they excel at, what they're really enjoying, and what they could help others with. I like to help people to break away from the mentality of buy a thing to sell the thing, and instead tap into the mentality of buy the thing to learn the skills to sell whatever the friggin' hell you want, whatever your heart desires. That is what marketing is about. It's about learning the skills, finding your inner rock star, what you excel at, and then funneling into that. And it might not end up being making money online. You might take those skills and you might be into, I'm trying to think, well, I'll tell you what I'm into. I like to make my own skincare, natural skincare. So I could take those marketing skills and I could apply it to making my natural skincare and selling that online. It's not something I'm passionate about to create a business on. I do it for myself. I do it for my friends. I make something and, I'll give it to them as well. But what I mean is, you're going to tap into those skills. You're going to find out what pumps you up. And you're gonna use that, and it might be something that you will teach, or it might be something that you will apply to something else. So products that you learn from, as you come across other people in the space, you would say, do you know what? This really helped me to do whatever they've told you that they need help to do. Have a look at it, and if you like what you see, ask me some questions. So you would still recommend it, but it won't be your sole focus of having this product mentality. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. You might love creating content. You might love creating videos. You might love having conversations. I know Tracy Lowry, I know she's brilliant in Messenger with conversations, and I've told her, do not lose that. Do not lose that. And that is a skill that she's got, so that's something that she could teach, because I can tell you now, one of the biggest things that people struggle with online is conversation and connection. And I think it's because a lot of people, when they come into this space, they start promoting to try and make sales straight away, instead of digging in to the training and learning, implement, document your journey, learn, document your journey. They go straight into sales. So yeah, tap into those skills and see which it is that sets your soul on fire. I like to help people to break away from that mentality that you buy a thing to sell a thing, and instead you buy the thing to learn the skills to sell whatever the friggin' hell you want. So just to name a few people, there's Tom Savvy, aka the Real Story King. I named him that. I thought it were a brilliant name. He practically turns short form videos into Oscar award winning performances. And he launched his first ever workshop and he sold out 10 spots in 7 days. And before this, he'd not made any sales. And then there's S2. So she wanted to work more closely with introverts and help them to find their inner voice. And then there's Sarah. She's really good at creating. She loves design and tech. She's great at using Canva and setting up Stanstore. She's created some paid assets on Stanstore, and they'll pay her over and over again for the work that she did once. And then there's Karen Lagarde. So Karen, she made her first 20K in 20 days around working a 60-hour plus shift work as a vet. Now, we actually did a few collaborations together. Now her focus is on working with introverts. So that's just to name a few people who've found their inner passion and work towards that. So what is the secret sauce of selling your offers without having to arm wrestle and hustle? Or without actually feeling like, oh my God, like I dare talk about my offers, or I don't know how to talk about my offers. So what I'm going to dive into today, it's the same lean process that I have used over and over again to sell out multiple offers and workshops within 2 weeks or less. And the biggest one was actually 27 bums on seats in 9 days. And it's allowed me to ditch all the time consuming tasks like mass adding, cold gems, sales calls, and the chasing and convincing tactics, and instead tap into my own creativity, having fun and enjoying the process, which has helped me to move the wheels so much faster and build huge momentum with the right people. Where before, when I was doing the opposite, I was literally all over the place. Was I making sales? I absolutely was. I cannot ever say that I wasn't making sales, but I was burning out like a forest fire. Yeah, so that's why I talk about what works for me. The 3 parts of the process. The first part is leveraging short form video content. And these are 15 to 90 seconds. Obviously, you're getting more eyeballs on you, your brand, and the specific topic around the offer that you're talking about. So in your videos, you want to have certain touch points. So the plan as a whole, who is your offer for and who isn't it for? Who it's for. And don't be afraid to say who it isn't for, because it's not for everybody. It's never for everybody. You want to talk about objections. If you hear some objections when you're putting out offers, take note of what those objections are and then address them in your content. And what you'll find is the more you address objections in your content, the less objections that you will get when you make an offer, because you've covered them. The more that you talk about your plan and who it's for and who it isn't for, the results and things like that, you will get less objections. And you want to talk about the false beliefs. So the beliefs that you have and what the false beliefs are. You want to create stories around that, around your offer. You want to talk about your results. You want to talk about your clients' results that are directly related to the strategy taught inside the offer. So it's got to be relatable to the strategy that is taught inside the offer. Let me know if that makes sense. So make a list, Bobby, of the objections that you hear and then create content around the objections. That will eliminate objections. It also, when you do this, it also repels people. Don't ever be afraid of repelling people. You know, you're not everyone's cup of tea. You're not everyone's cup of coffee. You can't help everybody. So in your content, if you repel people, that's okay, because you're repelling the right people, and you're repelling the people that are not a good fit for your offer, and you're attracting the right people. So you want to talk about what it's done for you, and what it's done for somebody else. Maybe if you've got clients already and you've helped them achieve something, you can leverage that. If there's someone else in the program or whatever, you can leverage theirs. But obviously, don't be like this. Don't make it as billboard. Share the story. Share the story of what it's done for them. Testimonials. So testimonials, you might not have these at the beginning if you've not made any sales, but what you can definitely do is, if you want to gather some testimonials, the best thing that you can do is help someone for free and get them a testimonial. And then you can go heavy on the proof of concept. We want to talk about why will it work for them, and go heavy on the proof of concept. And then at the end of your videos, you want to point directly to your community with a specific call to action. You don't tell people what's in it for them in the call to action. They might just add a link, and no one's just going to click on the link. You need to tell people what to do. What's in it for them if they come to your community? What's in it for them if they follow that call to action? Part 2, you want to leverage your written content. So around 200 to 500 words of written content on your profile. So this is an extension of your short form video content, allowing you to go into more detail on the benefits and the transformations of your offer. I know, and I spoke about this the other day in a video, a lot of people go heavy on short form video, but written content and video content, they work as a duo. They work effectively together. Short form video is brilliant, right? You really do need it, but you also need your written content. Your short form video is what gets more eyeballs on you, gets you more attention, gets you and your brand seen on a wider scale, because if you think about it, videos hit more people, but it's your long form written content that's really going to build that know, like, and trust, and where people really get to know you and who you are, what you're about, what you do. And this is where the connection is really built, not so much in your video. Videos are powerful, but they're more powerful with written content. So your written content, it's an extension of your short form video. So it's going to allow you to go into more detail on the benefits and the transformation of your offer. So, like with video, you only get so long, don't you? So your written content, you can go into more of that detail. So your written content, you're going to go really heavy on solution. So you're going to go solution heavy and not product heavy. And you want it on different angles. And again, pointing the right people to the training you are delivering in your community, which leads me to the third part. So the third part is the live training in your community, breaking it down in high value and actually giving them some takeaway actionable steps. And if you don't like going live, then do my live challenge next time I roll it out, or set yourself one. So So your live training in your community is breaking down your offer in high value and actually giving them takeaways and actionable steps, including the results your new thing has achieved. You want to include testimonials and credibility building. You want to talk about why is it different from what people have seen before. People want to know why it's different. What are they going to get from it that they haven't already got? You want to talk about what's in it for them and who it's for and who it isn't for, and when it's going to go live and how they can get their hands on it. So when your offer is going live and how they can get their hands on it. The third part of this process, you probably thought, oh my God, I've got to go live. But it's, like I said, it's built up in your head, isn't it, guys? It's really built up in your head, because when you do it, it just gets even better. It really does. And then on that live, you want to extend an invitation to check out the offer doc, because after all, those people tuning in to your live, they came via a piece of content that related to them. You posted something, whether video or long form content, that related to them. Something made them interested to want to come and jump on that live. Or they came via a call to action to watch the training that eliminates something that they don't want to do or that they do want to do instead. Or they already acknowledge that they have the problem that your offer can solve. So they've tuned into your live for a reason. Do you know what? I've always liked doing written content, but I never liked doing videos. And for you guys that have seen my content where I spoke about that, I just didn't have the confidence to go live, and people can't believe that, because I am quite an outgoing person. But I had a lot of insecurities, and it was definitely something that I had to put into practice. And now I love it. I love doing short form video. I just think, written content, you can put your humor into that and your personality. But video, you can really have a good time, can't you? And really, show your personality. So yeah, and it brings out your energy as well. And energy attracts. When someone sends me a friend request and I look through the stuff, I'm like, love their energy. Yes, I'm adding them. If your offer or your asset, then if it's new, then once you've helped those people to get a result, you can gather the testimonials and you can attach those testimonials to your offer doc. And then a bonus tip is you can even attach this offer to your stand store. And with consistency of building your brand, you will eventually get paid for the work that you did once and get income while you sleep. If you do this, you add your testimonials and then attach this offer to your stand store, over time, as you're building your brand and you're creating awareness around you and your brand and what you do and how you help people, you're going to get sales through your stand store from people that just go, yeah, I want that. I'm going to go to stand store and buy it. So that's your bonus tip. So when you put focus on learning and implementing these skills, you gain so much more than income ROI, return on investment, for your business. You're going to have more disposable time. So if you're someone who is working your business around your family or a 9-to-5, and you're not going to have to be missing out on that family time. Dropper number one, if you're someone who is working your business and building your business around a family or around a 9 to 5, or both? So drop a number one. One common factor that I realize is a lot of my clients all had full-time jobs. So you want your strategies and you want to learn the skills that are going to fit around your full-time job, because your full-time job is your responsibility. So what your aim is to learn skills that saves you more time. So, everyone's kind of build their business around, real responsibilities and commitments that have to come first. So, so it's not learning these skills. It's not just about, gaining more income, about creating more disposable time for your business. So you're also going to retain energy by ditching all the tedious things that you feel that you need to get done in your business. You're not going to be wasting your time and that, having that energy and sucked out of you and stressing on chasing the sales. Because when you're learning these skills, you're attracting people rather than chasing people. You become different, you become authentic, you become relatable, and you stand out from everybody else that is selling the same thing as you. And you create a continuous pipeline of quality clients to be that you can help, and who know that you can help them, because they've identified that you can help them, because it's all in your content. So you can build your own fun business around you and your life and be the magnet of your business rather than the product of the business.